affect consumer behavior. Before we begin, let us take a look at these two cars. They're both red cars, they both can take you from one point to another, but what makes them different from each other in the eyes of a consumer? What motivates them to choose to buy one over the other? And how does each car trigger an emotion in their potential buyers? This is what we're going to discuss and find out. People generally believe that when buying a product or service, it is the result of careful and logical evaluation of alternatives. However, in reality, emotions and motivations greatly influences our purchasing decisions and sometimes even determine them. First, let's define what emotion and motivation are in marketing terms. Emotion can be defined as the generalized behavior in response to a given stimuli. According to Richard, although physical events and circumstances are often associated with emotional responses, it is not the specific event or circumstances that produces the emotion, but rather the unique psychological appraisal made by the person interpreting the situation. Different people can have different emotional reactions, or no emotional reaction at all to the same event or circumstance. Basically, what the article was trying to convey was that when a consumer is making a buying decision, the appraisals can be deliberative, purposive, and conscious, but also unreflective, automatic, and unconscious. And that in terms of evaluating consumer behavior, it is important for marketers to be able to predict how consumers would react towards their product. Next, what is motivation? Motivation refers to the internal state that drives consumers to identify and buy products or services that they need. Hull's theory focuses on how behavior may be an external display of a person's drive, habit, and incentive. Additionally, motivation can be categorized into three types: intrinsic, extrinsic, and habituation. Everyone has their own unique motivation that drives them to make a purchasing decision. If marketers can successfully satisfy a consumer's need and motivation, selling their product will be a breeze for them. Meet Alex. He has recently made a group of new friends and they're constantly talking about how their latest purchase makes them feel excited and happy. Feeling a bit unsatisfied with his current situation, he decides to venture out and buy the latest sports car to satisfy himself. In this case, Alex is guided by an intrinsic motivation where the focus is driven by a personal need to satisfy himself rather than the external incentives to impress his coworkers. According to Trong and McCall, intrinsically motivated customers look at the ability of a product to provide self-directed pleasure and satisfaction, rather than the ability of a product to demonstrate conspicuous consumption. Now that he has purchased the sports car, Alex has finally reached a sense of happiness and self-satisfaction that he previously had not felt before buying the car. In conclusion, it is important for marketers to understand what motivates a consumer and how they react to a specific marketing strategy. This is because no matter how good a product or service may be, if consumers have no interest to purchase and feel that the product that is provided is giving them negative emotions, sales will most likely be negative as well. Hence, it is imperative for marketers to understand what motivates their customers and how they should emotionally convey their product to their customers.